Welcome to the Joshua Jordan Experience. Listen to gather mystical insights for an extraordinary life. Hello, beloved friends. Thank you for tuning into our Joshua Jordan Experience again. Today, I want to talk about the subject of purpose. A lot of people want to know about purpose. A lot of people are interested in finding out, what is my purpose for life, or what is my purpose for being here? And they go on a quest to find purpose. Well, there is no one definitive answer. Joshua tells me the purpose for coming into a lifetime, there are as many different avenues and reasons for being here as there are stars in the heavens. So your particular purpose for being here may be quite unique from any other lifetime you've had. You may be here on a mission to fulfill, or you could possibly just be here seeking experiences that will add to your understanding of all that you are, that will bring you into wholeness, completeness. So, when we go about looking for our purpose, what is my purpose for being? What is my reason for coming to the earth? It is very personal, and you want to quest within. You want to look inside yourself, for that is the only place the answer dwells. You cannot get it from a book or a teacher or a guru. No one can tell you your purpose for coming into the lifetime. Only you know that. Now, the age in which we are born has purpose. Oh, all right, let's get into that a little bit. Joshua tells me that the 21st century, especially the early parts of the 21st century, is a time where we are planting the seeds of the transition, the global transition. There will be a shift in the mass consciousness on the planet, not because we have to do it, not because it must be done, but because it is a challenge to our creativity. You see, that is one thing that we're all here to learn to utilize and make a better use of, is our ability to create our own reality. The fact that we create our own reality is definitely a part of our purpose in each lifetime. So as we're remembering we create our own reality, a lot of us, a large group, is present right now, present in this age, this time of transition, because we are the ones that are planting those seeds, and we're watering them with our attention. And we're bringing the water of everyone's attention to these seeds we're planting, where humankind will begin to dominate the mass consciousness. Because humans are cognitive and self-aware, very self-aware, we are discovering that we can change the mass consciousness around the planet. Now, the mass consciousness, the collective consciousness of humanity, is fear-based, scarcity-based, afraid that something or someone is going to steal something from me, particularly my life. I don't want to lose it. So I'm always hyper-vigilant and on the lookout for anything that might threaten my life, right? And because we have stewed in this soup, shall we say, for so long, humans are overreactive and hyper vigilant to threat. And there is really no need for that in the current age. The fact that there are very few predators on the planet that will threaten you. The biggest predator that threatens humankind is humankind. And you know that. Humans kill more humans than animals do. Now, we are in the age. We are the ones who have come here on purpose to start planting the seeds that I don't have to be afraid here. There's nothing you can take from me, by the way. Because, first of all, I don't own any stuff. So if you come and take stuff, well, that's just stuff. Stuff can be replaced. Sure, some of it has sentimental attachment, but in my memory, those sentimental attachments cannot be stolen, cannot be taken from me. So if you come and take some of my stuff, so what? It's stuff and it can be replaced. It is not a threat to me that I own stuff or I think I own stuff that you might come and take. But when we really look at the big picture, we know all of this stuff is temporary. And we don't take any of this physical stuff with us when we transcend to the next dimension. And I did say next, not higher. Next is different, but not better than, right? So we're learning not to separate ourselves and internally. And so we also need to remember not to separate externally to the best of our ability. Therefore, we do come here with purpose. And there are many of us here on purpose to help this transition out of fear-based reality into a love-based reality. So how do we get there from here? Well, it begins by internally making peace with myself, learning how to cooperate with myself instead of having my internal battles and struggles. Yes, there are internal conflicts, and that's a good place to start learning how to be a peacemaker. When internal conflict comes up, how do you resolve it? Do you beat yourself into submission? Some other part of you taking charge and ordering yourself out? No, that is a rather violent way of settling your internal difficulties. How do we make peace? Well, through cooperation, to first of all understanding what are the needs. So an internal conflict comes up. What are the needs that are in competition with each other that create some kind of conflict? And then what is the choice that will find compromise or resolve the conflict in a way that is nonviolent, not aggressive in any way? We are learning to resolve internal conflict in nonviolent ways. Yes, there is a group of us here right now having a mutual purpose of shifting the mass consciousness around the world. And we can do that one thought at a time. Many are here as teachers right now to teach us the way to release our fears and live in more cooperation, peace. There are teachers here showing us the way to be abundant and abundantly generous. You see, there's plenty of everything for everyone when we learn to be generous, because there is a abundance on this planet of everything we need to sustain our species. And when we dwindle the resources to the point they cannot sustain the population will shrink. That is natural. It happens in nature all the time. You can observe it in the animal kingdom. When a population has reduced all of its resources to the point that it cannot support the population, there is migration, and there is often illness, disease. Things come along and dwindle, shrink the population, and the resources have time to recover. So some of us are here on a purpose to help us bring forth abundance on this planet. And I tell you, that cannot be done by being afraid. We can't create abundance being scared. So people who are telling you that the earth is dying or that the earth is not going to be able to feed us for very long, we're not going to be able to keep eating here, then these people are looking for proof of what stirs up fear. You see, they're sharing more ideas that stir up fear. In order to shift to an abundance, we actually need to build those thoughts of plenty, of more than enough, and stop being afraid. So, what is it we really need to do is start searching for the proof and the evidence of the abundance that is here. Keep looking for abundance. And the more we look for abundance, the more abundance we find. Keep looking for examples of abundance and sharing of that with people. So those who are here on purpose to help us shift into abundance are showing us the way to look for abundance, because we're going to find what we seek. I seek evidence of world peace, I know it's easier to find war on the global stage than it is to find proof of world peace. And yet, the more evidence I look for, the more I will find. And there is a great effort on this planet to put an end to war. And those of us who are here on this purpose have to start within, as I mentioned earlier, resolving internal conflict, learning how to be a peacemaker within, and then peacemaker in our home, and then peacemaker in our community or our school or work, our church, whatever. Be the peacemaker. And you don't make peace by asserting it. You make peace by welcoming it. I think it was Mother Teresa who once was invited to an anti-war demonstration, and she declined going. But she let them know, when you have a peace rally, let me know. I will be there. We find what we seek. Now, some of us are here on purpose of resolving global hunger. So there are lots of different aspects of our current fear-based reality that are calling in those who have arrived on purpose to help us shift out of that. How do we shift out of this idea of not enough to feed the people, this global starvation? Again, it starts with coming up with innovative ways to create inner city gardens and to share the resources more broadly that we do have. You know, there are some farmers in the United States that are paid not to plant because there's a glut of corn or wheat or whatever it may be for that season. And you're getting paid not to plant. Why aren't we planting all that we can, producing all that we can, and then sharing it globally rather than holding it back? If there's more than enough, why don't we give it away for free? Maybe they pay the cost of shipping, but there's no reason to charge for it if we have more than enough. So there are purposes that are being brought forth by groups right now. And that's Joshua is trying to reach specific groups. These groups are the wisdom teachers, the energy healers, and the bold leaders of change. He wants to inspire them. So these are the groups that he is reaching out to on purpose. Your purpose for being here may be very personal, and you may also be participating in a part of the global initiatives that we're bringing forth to change the world. Your purpose for being here is very personal. Now, I want to speak for a moment to the people who feel they have not found their purpose or they don't know what their purpose is. They just don't feel like they've identified it yet. It is okay for you to keep seeking if you really want to. But if it is causing you frustration or is making you feel as if there's something lacking in you, abandon that. There is purpose in your life. There's purpose for you being here. And here's Joshua's little secret. You cannot miss it. Even if you're not mentally clear about what is your purpose or why you are here, Joshua says, you will not miss it. If it is your destiny, you cannot escape it. If you design this purpose into your plan for this lifetime, you cannot miss it or make an error. You will fulfill your purpose. It will be done. And whether or not you ever articulate it in words doesn't matter. You see, what matters is you are here on purpose and you will fulfill it. You cannot miss out. You cannot be unworthy of your purpose. And yet, if you desire to have a purpose that you can define in a sentence or two, then find it. It will serve you well, helps you stay on track with what really matters for this particular lifetime. So, that's all I really want to say about purpose. There is no one single solitary purpose for human existence. Nope. There is no one single solitary existence for your growth and development. In other words, Earth is not always the classroom. We don't always have to study. We're not always in class. We get recess, we get to go out and play. We get to have some fun on the playground. And I'm telling you, I'm done with school. However, I am an eternal student. I will always be curious and interested and seeking to learn more than I know today. That's just something that gives me purpose, gives me meaning. I am an eternal student. And yet, now that I'm 68 years old, I get to play on the playground a lot. I don't have a job, and I'm really glad. And yet, I have a mission, and I am fulfilling it by speaking to you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to step aside now and, to the best of my ability, bring Joshua through to talk to you. Hello, beloved one. As always, it is my joy to have this opportunity to talk to you. I am here on purpose. My purpose is to bring about a transition in the mass consciousness surrounding the planet Earth. I am here with you. I have been here with you since the beginning of Earth time, and I will be with you through the end of when the Earth herself becomes dormant. And until that moment arrives, Earth is a beloved part of all that I am. And I am ready for the transition. Now, I will remind you once again that the time of global peace, global happiness in general, global abundance, total Total abundance is easy to achieve. Complete and total happiness, well, that's not natural. But a majority of happiness on this planet is coming. And the time of global peace can be easily measured in that. There will be no war between nations. There will be no war between tribes. No war. So, global peace will be total for an age. As it is in all things, change comes. And change is coming to you now because in your known history, in the recorded history of humankind that you are able to access from where you are now, there has never been a time of global peace. That time is coming. It is a challenge to your creativity. It is not an absolute must create global peace. Absolutely have to have global peace. Actually, we want to experience what it is like to live on a planet where there is no threat of war. That is all. A time you can dwell upon the planet when there is no threat of war. You will also find that there is no threat of breakdown in communication and cooperation within your country. You will find that when you live in peace, that it becomes a way of life, and it will endure for an eon. The time of abundance will also endure for an age, and all things change. All that is in physical material upon your planet will come and will go. And even the physical manifestation of the planet will eventually become dormant. When your star becomes a red giant, Earth will become a barren rock once again. And that is billions of years from now. So while you have Earth, while she is healthy and robust, show her respect. Be the planetary steward you were born to be. You can bring about wholeness here. I want to remind you, yes, you, out of all the billions of people on this planet, you have a unique purpose. You made a lifetime plan before you were born, and you left a lot of blank pages to fill in with your free will. And yet, your purpose is well defined in the book you wrote about this lifetime before you were born. You are here on purpose and for a reason, and it cannot be missed. It is your destiny. Enjoy your role as you live this lifetime. Let your purpose be fulfilling and inspiring so that you enjoy your lifetime. Yes, let it be fun. I love you, and I bid you good day. Thank you for listening. We hope you heard something to ponder and gained inspiration for your journey. Please join us again next time. Joshua says, let the light grow, let love show, and let your life be fun.